national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another SEC team, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. This one will be fair caught. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
I still love to see Oklahoma run the football and be able to show people they can get first downs by running the ball. I know their quarterbacks have been great in recent years, but the Sooners, when they want to be able to run the ball, you know they're going to run it. You still can't stop that offensive line and a great dynamic back. So good job here by the Sooners. Move the sticks.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Mitchell. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. An important third down attempt for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Aggressive start to this game. They're going to go for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's got it. Enough for a first down. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down. And the Sooners come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to.
Looking for a deep completion. And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. It was a foot race, and he won it. In a national championship game, you cannot do a better job of setting the tone immediately, Kirk.
Well, it's the biggest game of the year, so you've got to bring your best. On the opening drive, the offense did just that. That's how you get this thing started.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here's the second down play. Scanning the field. It's Collins. Looking to scramble. And he's got his man open downfield. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44. No huddle now for the offense.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pulls it in. It's Baker. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a 1st and goal. 1st and goal. A great chance to answer that opening touchdown. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Launching one to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Looking to throw yet again. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Scanning the field. It's Collins. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They're setting out to try the PAT. And the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. An explosive play. Moves the ball across midfield. Will spot it at the 38. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. In motion now. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Using his legs, it's Hicks. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looking for the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He's got some room. Can he get there? And he scores. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. He's moving out of the pocket. Receiver makes the grab, but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring out third down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Receiver in motion now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw, and he's got it. That's good for a first down near the 40.
What's another huge game for this guy? And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
Send the back in motion. Back to throw again. Misses the receiver. Incomplete. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run it. Stephen Falk, his ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
LSU has moved into the red zone. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. To throw, it's Collins. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Third down, out of the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 1. Here we go. An exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a first and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this big a stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. Looking for some space. It's Hicks. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Trying to extend the play. Contact as he let the ball go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Third down play here out of the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket now. Can't find anybody on third down, throws it away, and now fourth down coming up. The Sooners will bring their punt team onto the field.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this fourth down situation.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Hands it off on the counter. Solid game, moves the ball to the 37.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. To the air, it's Collins. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. On the run, he'll let it go. And is intercepted.
Love this this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Short completion to the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
2nd down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
He's escaping the pocket now. He's going to pull it down and run. The game picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 37.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st to keep this drive moving.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
And this pass is caught in a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And now the try here for the extra point. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner tackled right there. That's where we'll start the drive. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Now it's 2nd down here. Handed off for a draw. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw. It's Collins. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses it.
They'll kick it away here. He'll call for the fair catch here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's going to take off. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, a dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to pass this time. Sure hands. It's Baker. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Makes the catch downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dropping back, it's Collins. Throws it to the right. He makes the grab. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. The offense going with the hurry up. Handoff here from the shotgun. Can he reach the end zone? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. Now the important point after attempt. And it's up and good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. The returner is brought down. Makes a start on the next drive. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Pressure is coming. And the result is going to be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play with this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
On the return, it's Robinson. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. First down, they're going to throw the football. And that pass is hauled in over the middle.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to throw. It's Collins. He'll take a deep shot here. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. The offense really clicking against this battle defense.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
LSU getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Looking to scramble. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass off.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender is able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. To throw, it's Collins. Looking for 6. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now the all-important extra point. Extra point puts them up 9 now. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. First half clock with just 7 seconds remaining for this first down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Sooners will kick this away to start the second half. And he takes this one inside the 5. But he's got some space here. They bring him down, but that's good work by the return team. He found the lane as this drive's going to start with decent field position. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Yes, first down yardage at the 46.
But these the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Nobody open downfield, he just throws it away.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Ball handed off. But a quick stop for the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
To the air, it's Collins. Makes a quick catch. Tackled at the 33, that's good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it here. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Now this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw to the left. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Trying for a 4th down completion. Trying to create outside the pocket now. This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
He'll hand it off. Powers through the tackle. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Running through the tackle. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain degree. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Using his legs on the scramble. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on play.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on 1st down. Take a shot downfield. One thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a 1st down.
Great defensive play, tackled quickly. Not much of a gain.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play. The offense already has one 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? Looking to chuck it again. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
That completion makes it second and medium. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And there's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to pass. It's Collins. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's a quick grab. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain on that short throw. No huddle here for the offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what the decision is on 4th down coming up.
And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Looking to throw it deep. Oh, the deep ball caught at the 25. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of the long-range field goal. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Took contact on the throw. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. We're going to throw for it on third and short. Launching downfield. And he pulls in the catch. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or the possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
Dropping back, it's Collins. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
Second down play coming up. Ball handed off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the handoff. Running with purpose.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
LSU is now operating in the red zone. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Dropping back, it's Collins. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. After the big loss on first down, it's second and goal, backed up. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. That's what led to this incompletion.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looking to the end zone. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Look out, he's got some space. Across midfield. past the 30. Inside the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Here's the point after attempt. And the point after is good. So the lead now is 2 points in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to pass. It's Collins. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Looking to throw now on first down. Using his legs here. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Boy, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw it here on second down. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
He'll take a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Finally brought down, but it's an explosive gain. Ball all the way to the 21.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He pulls it in for a big gain. Touchdown Tigers. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the catch. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offense coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. Timeout called by the defense. They go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Press coverage now from the secondary. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's going to take off here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. And Kirk, this guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. You imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receiver's jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Dropping back, it's Collins. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete downfield. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And the wideout goes in motion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. On the ground, it's Johnson. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Lets it fly to the wideout. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Can he take it all the way? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Defense just did a great job preserving the 2-point lead. Now let's see what the offense can do to chew some clock. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the move, looking deep. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Here's the second down play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the defense look slow